Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Memphis Egyptians.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Memphis Egyptians and the Miami Dolphins. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the... Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Ward throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down now, Tatum. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st and 10, Ward going up top. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Ward. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Ward. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the gun. Ward. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw him pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 kick, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Tatum. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some... The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now Ward on 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. On contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Miami. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ward. He's going to let it go again. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. $21-0 our score after 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And it is 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
To throw is Ward. On first down, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Dolphins! A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Those are... the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 30, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball to running back.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Here's Ward. Throwing on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Miami.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Check 43.
Ward now on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And oh, that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ward. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Tatum. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. The Bengals played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. From there, it's over to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Saints were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Bang, 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 bang.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Finding some room at midfield. Room here to run. And down to the 19-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Jim. Check 26, check 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Set the tone, defense, let's go. Tight dog. Watch the safety creep.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. And what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 14. The football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins, and they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard. Line 1st and goal. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
There's a... pick up right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Watch twins. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run the counter now on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is... It's the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. The point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevens.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 65 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And
inside the 20 before he's brought down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Show me that. Show me that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle. And he lost the football. And this is picked up. And the ball is knocked out. So they is. So to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Miami defense. They make their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks. And
the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.